this is Mind of. There's a patch that just came out, and there's some serious changes to one specific character that I feel like, is definitely a must play. But I'm starting to think or consider whether or not he's still a must play after the post nerfs. Um, and Today I'm gonna be making kind of just like a tier list after the patch. And So yeah, so anyways, we're just gonna go from left to right, um, and just start making this tier list. So we're gonna start with Brimstone. I think Brimstone is obviously a must play still. He hasn't received any nerfs or anything like that other than the change to his molly of the increase of cost, which definitely kind of makes some of those budget buys a little bit more difficult. But and they buffed the damage to mollies as well. So at the same time, Brimstone's obviously insanely good. Gets three smokes for 300 bucks, $100 each. That's absolutely ridiculous. Can place him on the other side of the map, and so I would definitely consider him S tier. I don't see a world where you don't play him. Um, I'm gonna save Cypher for later, so um, we'll do Jet. Uh, I don't know. I just don't think she's very viable competitive play. I think she's a very selfish character. She offers nothing in terms of utility, or intel or anything like that. So I don't really think that she's played in competitive or is meant to be played in competitive until she gets a change. I just don't see a world where, like I said, that you would want to pick her over anybody else. Um, I mean, I'd probably definitely place Viper even over her. And Viper's not in a good spot either. So I'm gonna put her on D. Um, Omen. This is a change that my team's made recently. Is we actually started playing Omen. I think it's really really good. Uh, we have made some role switches in order to compensate for the Cypher nerfs, but I'd probably put Omen probably an A tier, A or B for sure. I think he's very strong. I think he's just like Sova is very no one knows the full extent of him yet. I think Omen is really really good. I think his ultimate, you don't have to be hitting spawn every time. If you start hitting different parts of the map that are just very, very key elements to make the play work, or just real estate that's just really important, then I think he's really, really good. Um, so I'm just gonna put him in A tier for this. Phoenix, I think he's great. He's definitely just like the entry fragger role. I don't think he's bad at all. Um, I think his ultimate's absolutely insane. So we're gonna put this guy in A tier as well. Sage, of course, right? Esther, not even a question. This nerf to her wall for the increase in cost definitely feels bad because your pistol round buys are a lot more difficult in terms of what you're doing. Um, Typically, it seems like the buys are all utility or you're buying armor and the wall and keeping your classic. Um, but then you obviously have no orbs, slow orbs, so most likely just buying full utility. Um, Sova, we've been running a lot more Sova lately. We really enjoy it. Um, I'm gonna probably put him in A tier as well. Post plant Sova is just insane with his ult. You can't like fake tap the bomb because it's just gonna kill you, or at least buy time. You can space out the shots in order to win the round. Whatever works. If he has ult and he's alive, there's no way you can win that round unless you obviously kill him while he's ulting. Um, but he's absolutely insane. There's so many lineups already now on these maps that are just so useful and kind of like an opera. You can just rotate them around and just use different arrows and gather information. Whether they kill it or not, it's information uh, without expending anything. It's just a cooldown, so you're not even using money to actually get this intel. He's just nuts. Viper is obviously not in a good spot. They're talking about buffing her along with Jet, like I said. Um, I think that she definitely needs some love. Um, I just don't see a world where you would want to run Viper over somebody else, right? I feel like this game's pretty balanced for the most part, but these two characters are pretty poor, Jet and Viper, so I'm gonna put her in D tier as well, along with Jet. They just need help to be viable. I don't think Viper's abilities need changes. I just think that or necessarily the concept of the abilities. I think the abilities are fine, but I think that she's just, I don't know, she's just very underwhelming, and yeah, she's just very underwhelming. Ray's, even after the nerfs, I think she's pretty annoying. Obviously, her ultimate's still annoying. The nade is insane, actually, still. Um, you can still obviously 100 to 0 somebody, so I still think she's pretty decent. Um, I'm gonna put her in like B tier, maybe A tier, but probably B tier. I think that's more suitable. Um, Breach is obviously insane. Uh, I'm definitely going to put him in probably A or S. For this sake, I'll probably put him in A. I do think he's incredible, but it takes practice to get good at him, for sure. I mean, I do think it's worth it if you can put in the time and get coordinated with the team, just because of how many stuns he has, and his ultimate's insane, and um, just full of utility. But uh, yeah, I mean, I think any of these characters you can run as well, right? Because obviously you have your Bramir stage. Maybe you believe in playing Cypher still. That's absolutely fine. I don't think it's necessarily bad. Um, but obviously you just fill in with the other two pieces. And so, anyways, and then we are going to be talking about Cypher after the changes. And so, regardless, I don't know. I think the changes were really huge. They changed the camera, and then the most important thing is that uh, they changed the like this his concept of smokes or the his like basically smoke. And I just think that those changes were really huge. It no longer slows. Tripwires have been. I mean, this game's been long enough. This game has been out long enough to the point where I feel like people know how to deal with his tripwires. Like whether that being shooting them, like the entry frag gets hit by it and the second person ends shooting it, all in one fluid motion. And then also Sova's great at destroying tripwires with um, his shock darts. Uh, and due to like the barriers and there's certain places you can always expect them. Um, because those are the best tripwires, right? So I no longer feel like Cypher is a character where, like, if you're putting him on C on Haven, you can only hit that site unless you C split, right? You go through Garage as well. I feel like you can honestly just 5-man C or split, right? He's playing dedicated B, and I feel like you can honestly just 5-man B. You don't have to know, you don't have to go through Heaven, like go through middle and split B anymore to gain control of B and pinch him, right? I feel like you can honestly just run into him now, and I feel like that was his strength. Um, I really don't think the camera change necessarily guided him, but I think the change to his concept of smokes that no longer slows, I think that's huge. Um, because I know that I would be abusing the fact that, because everybody still has this concept that he's like this force field that you can't go 5-man into that site without splitting on him. And once people catch on, I'm assuming that he will drop down in tiers. Not saying that he won't be played, but I do think there's probably better characters now. Um, since we really don't know, and this is just my opinion, I'm gonna probably put him on B. Uh, right now, my team is running Brim, Sage, Phoenix, Omen, and Sova. That is who we are running. Um, we dropped Cypher because we just didn't feel like he was um, going to be the same agent as he was before, and we just thought they were better agents. So like I said, I'm gonna put him in B. And yeah, guys, that's my tier list. Let me know what you guys think. These are just my thoughts. Obviously, when there's a patch, there's normally a meta shift, and I just feel like there's better characters to play than Cypher at the moment for your fifth pick. Um, and I think there's better ultimates as well that other agents offer. I think his is kind of underwhelming. Um, but yeah, thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, like, all that, comment, all that good stuff, and see you guys in the next video. Thanks.